Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to ItsKim Live. If you've never seen the show before, hi, I'm ItsKim, and this is my show where I talk about pop culture topics that interest me. I give my opinion. Not a legal expert or anything like that, but for some reason, a whole bunch of you all decided you want to be here and hear my opinion, so that's exactly what we are going to do today. And I'm actually excited because we are talking about Britney today. I'm going back to my roots. Some of you guys know I kind of started this channel as a Britney Spears pop culture commentary channel because I love her and I am obsessed. Yeah, it was one of my biggest passions, and that's how a lot of you guys got to know me in the first place. So yes, we're going back to my roots. It's fun. If you had never seen the show before, here is the way it normally works. First, we start with the main topic. That's what's in the thumbnail. That's what's in the title. It's probably why you clicked on this video in the first place. Then we have a halftime section where I communicate with my beautiful community of space angels who are all coming in. It is so good to see you all. Thank you so much. Please make sure you hit that like on the way in. It really helps out with the algorithm. Lets people know that we're streaming. It can help with promo and all that other type of stuff. And it's free to do. So please consider doing that. And also consider subscribing and participating in our chat or leaving a comment if you're watching on the replay. All that good stuff. Then we have a fun section towards the end of the show called What the What, where we look at something around the internet that is interesting, fun, crazy, wild, all that good stuff. Because sometimes it's good to have a distraction from all the news in the world that sucks. And I have not seen it. It has been put together by my producer sister, my partner in crime, my co-host who is here. I don't know if you want to say hello.
Hello.
So it's a good time. It's a good time. We're gonna have a good show today. We got a lot to go through. And I do want to say thank you so much to General Scott who sent in a PayPal. Already, you are incredible as always. Just such a huge supporter of my work and what I do, and it really does mean a lot to me. And in the comment, he's absolutely right. Just said, like, it's going to be interesting to know what happens in 2025. We got Diddy, we got Blake, Ryan, Justin, which he also called an ish show, which I agree. Menendez brother, Koberger, and who knows what. What's on your bingo card? What's on my bingo card? I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore.
Drake entered the chat too today.
Yes, and Drake entered the chat.
The lawsuit chat. Discovery's gonna be wild.
We did an episode a while back where we talked about the Not Like Us controversy, and I went through it and did my best to kind of give a general idea of what was really going on. I don't know if I was Drake if I would do this, because I think Kendrick knows some stuff, and we've gone over stuff on this channel that oddly enough did not really get a lot of attention. But yes, there's a lot of sus going on with Drake. And I say that as someone who, you know, was raised very close to Toronto. There is sus stuff about Drake. And if this is the game he wants to play, this is the game he wants to play, and I will try not to make assumptions until I see evidence, but this could be a mess. This could be a big mess. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, producer sister, how are you doing?
I'm alright.
You're doing okay?
I'm okay.
All right. For the record, oh, she knows. She knows. What is it? Don't tell no lies about me and I won't tell no truths about you. Here we go. Here we go. Now, I do want to quickly say I have some memberships to give away today to start off. So I am going to do that now. So you need to make sure if you want a membership that you have allowed gifts on your account. I can't do that for you, and I don't get to choose where memberships go. They go at random. I've heard it is in respect to how active you've been on the channel. I don't know, but I'm going to send out 5 now. So off we go. And congratulations to the new Space Angels. I hope you enjoy membership. Welcome. Thanks, guys. Alrighty. So, shall we get into the main topics? Yeah, exactly, Kyle. Everyone get your dumpsters and lighters ready. This is appropriate to everything we're going to be talking about today. And General Scott, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. That's very kind of you as well, on top of the PayPal, which means we've got 10 new Space Angels today. Thank you guys so much. Oh, and King Bob gifted 1. Yes, and King Bob, I heard you did a super chat yesterday and I didn't get to thank you. I'm very sorry about that. It was not my intention. If you want to just post what you wrote, I will make sure that I give it attention and we can talk about it. You don't need to send in another one. I don't want to do that to you, but thank you so much. Okay, so what's going on? What's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. It's bad. It's all bad. I know I say that often, but this is effectively getting worse. The Diddy stuff, the It Ends With Us stuff, it's all not great. So, let's get into it. This stream will include speculation and opinion that should not be taken as fact. Always do your own research. Links to these sources are in the description. So if you are curious as to why I have formed these opinions, you can take a look at the information for yourself and also to give credit where credit is due to the people who have put it out there. And hi, YouTube Human Reviewer. We have tried to ensure this video is appropriate according to your community guidelines. Viewers, please do not send hate to anyone, famous or not. It is not cute. We are all entitled to our opinions, but do not do anything that would cause harm to people. I do not support hate in any shape or form. And all individuals mentioned are innocent until proven guilty. And I am not a legal expert, but I do my best to understand as much as I can. So here we go. Here we go. To begin, yesterday we talked about a filing in Diddy's case from his team. And forgive me for being vague, but I think that it will become clear as to why as we go through. I don't want to get super deep into the specifics of what was filed, but the basics are this. Diddy alleged that videos the feds have of the FOs show victim 1, who we believe to be Cassie, that they don't show non-consensual acts. They also allege that they want to be able to make copies of the video so they can review them for his defense and the metadata and all that stuff. I understand some of that argument, right? He has the right to defend himself, and the last thing that I want there to be is a mistrial saying that he didn't get to defend himself effectively. So, yeah. But the letter was also asking for a protective order to be amended. Now, that protective order is in what is called Document 26, which is in the source document if you want to see it. Or you can go on Court Listener, where United States versus Combs is there. All the filings are there, and it is Document 26. Now, I'm not going to get into the specifics of the protective order super deeply, but I think what's important to mention is that it goes over the criteria of what is called attorney's eyes only material, as well as attorney's possession only material. And this was an order that was signed by both parties. So Diddy's lawyers signed it, both Tenny and Mark, Costco lawyer, both signed it, as well as Damian Williams at the time, who was the attorney, and then the assistant attorneys as well. All acknowledged that this was a thing that they were all going to agree to and abide by. This is very important. So, the whole filing from yesterday was gross, and it essentially argued that this protective order needed to be changed due to these videos. And they disclosed a whole bunch of information about the videos that we did not know beforehand, to do with where they were found, or like how they were obtained, how many of them there were, all that type of stuff. This appeared to go against the attorney's eyes only material arrangement. And I was kind of going, I know these like Diddy's team seems to think they've got like a smoking gun. And I said this yesterday. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember me saying something to this effect yesterday. Diddy's team so many times has filed something like this, being like, they've got a smoking gun. They got the thing. It's there. And then the next thing we know, the feds file back and go, no. No. Why? This is so stupid. Why are you even filing this? Judge, can you please? And then the judge comes in and goes, yeah, I'm going to need you to sit down. Essentially, I'm paraphrasing, but you guys get what I mean. It ends up becoming embarrassing. And that's why I said yesterday, I'm not freaking out about this. Because I feel like I've seen this pattern before. In the words of Taylor Swift, I've seen this film before and I didn't like the ending, and I'm not going there. So, of course, last night at 11:50 at night, I'm laying in my bed and my phone goes off, and there it is, a filing from the feds to the judge. And we're just going to read it together. We're just going to read it together. Unfortunately, I have not seen any legal analysis on this document yet. I'm hoping more of it will come out today. And if I am wrong in my assumptions and my beliefs reading this document, I will absolutely correct myself. But, you know, I'm going to let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. So, dear Judge, the government respectfully submits this letter to request that the court direct the defendant's January 14th, 2025 letter motion be amended to the protective order. See docket 126, so that was the order yesterday. Be removed from the docket and refiled with appropriate redactions that comport with the requirements of the protective order in this case. Document 26, which is what I mentioned before. The motion seeks an amendment to the protective order related to certain videos that have been made available to counsel and the defendant for inspection only and not electronically produced, the videos. In making this motion with incomplete redactions, however, the defendant has violated the protective order he seeks to amend. Is anybody else having low sound? I just saw Ken saying that. Let me know. I'll see if I can boost it all, but my audio levels look fine here, so I'm not sure, but let me know. Oh, Mandapan, I just saw a member for 27 months. Thank you so much. Just said, hi, Kim. Wanted to say hi. Been going through a lot. I'm sorry. I don't know what you're going through, but I honestly hope everything works out for the best. Much love to you. We could put some love in the chat for Amanda Panda. She's been here a long time. Thank you for your support, as always. And also, thank you, Denny Rose. I think you just renewed your membership or you became a Space Angel. I'm not sure. So, okay, people are saying it's okay. I'm so sorry. So, okay, we're just going to leave the sound then because sound is not my friend and I don't want to mess anything up. Okay, so getting back on track. In making this motion with incomplete redactions, however, the defendant has violated the protective order he seeks to amend. Is anyone shocked? Producer sister, are you shocked?
No.
I was not. The videos, which depict explicit content and people not wearing clothes, are designated attorney's eyes only by the protective order, subject to the carve-out making the videos available for the defendant's inspection. And then it cites what is in that document. 26. Which they all agreed to. Yeah. The protective order makes it clear that the defense shall not share any attorney's eyes only material or content of the attorney's eyes only material with other persons, subject to the carve-out allowing for the defendant's inspection of the videos. Further, the material is also designated sealed under the protective order, meaning that any portion of such material cannot be publicly filed on the docket unless it is filed under seal or the parties first confer regarding the seal designation. Isn't that fascinating? Absolutely fascinating. Under the protective order, no portion of the video should have been filed on the public docket without being filed under seal or without defense first conferring with the government as to the designation. Neither occurred. Instead of conferring in advance or redacting all content related to the videos, the motion blatantly violated the protection order where it left unredacted descriptions and characterizations of material designated as attorney's eyes only. There is no alternative reading of the protective order other than one, the substance of attorney's eyes only material cannot be shared with any other persons. And attorney's eyes only material are otherwise designated sealed, meaning it cannot be filed on the public docket. Okay. There's also, and there's a footnote here, and I can't remember where it was originally, but just to say footnote 3 of the protective order, which is redacted in the publicly filed version, specifically addresses how the video will be made available for inspection. So just in transparency. While the public dissemination of attorney's eyes only material substantially impacts the privacy and safety of victims, filing the attorney's eyes only material under seal is in no way prejudices the defendant, as the full substance of the motion will still be before the court. The protective order thus serves to protect victims' interests and to prevent the defendant from, as he did here, selectively and improperly disclosing evidence to the public in advance of the trial. Do you guys remember how I said that maybe this is a PR move? That maybe because Diddy's team had done that whole mess about the Like the whole mess about the gag order, that they didn't want the feds talking to the press, and then they couldn't talk to the press, and Diddy couldn't continue his like social media campaign through his sons and all that stuff. They couldn't do that. Well, how else are they now going to manipulate the narrative? Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Okay. Crystal R said, does that mean anyone can see it or only the Diddy team can? I'm confused about what they're trying to do. I believe what it means is that this stuff cannot be filed on the public docket, the stuff that we can see as the public, because it's under seal and it is considered attorneys' eyes only information, which means that Diddy's attorneys have access to it and the government has access to it. But there are rules about how they can access it because of the sensitive nature of the evidence. And there were terms laid out of what they felt to be acceptable, what the judge felt to be acceptable. This is the judge's order. And both sides agreed. So Diddy's team violated a judge order that they agreed to. And my producer sister, does that?
Yep.
Yep. Like I don't think that I'm misinterpreting this at all. Yeah, not good. The government therefore respectfully requests that the court remove the motion, document 126, which is what came out yesterday, from ECF and direct counsel to refile the motion with redactions that comply with the protective order. Within this motion, the government also submits under seal for the court's review proposed redactions that comply with the protective order. After the motion was filed, the government immediately contacted defense counsel requesting that additional redactions be made in accordance with the protective order that they both agreed on. And counsel responded only that they disagreed with the government's view of the protective order. I think the Audacity store had a sale because I don't. I can't. So finally, the government respectfully requests that it be permitted to file its opposition to the motion within 2 weeks, that is by January 28th of 2025, and the defendant takes no position on this request. Okay. Sorry, I'm just like, Carbonized, thank you for the super chat you just sent in. I don't know why nobody likes me. I'm positive, always looking up. The color of the clouds, but they still don't smash. What? Oh, the like button. Oh, the like button's telling you. The like button is crying. The like button is crying, like Jamie Lynn Spears. Please. I don't know if this is going to make people want to hit the like button. No, please hit the like button. Thank you, Carbonized. I very much appreciate your support. You guys are hilarious. Okay, so this was the filing, and there it was. It was signed, by the United States attorney, the acting one at this time, and then the assistants as well. So I laid down last night and I thought to myself, if the judge doesn't agree with the government, this is going to look bad. This could look really, really bad. But a part of me thought, this seems pretty black and white. You signed an agreement, you violated it, you acted upon it, government called you and said, hey, I think you might have made a mistake, and they said, nah, bro. So then they went to the judge. To me, this follows what we've seen in the past. So I thought to myself, I wonder how quickly the judge will deal with this. Well, I saw this first thing in the morning. This document had a response from the judge, and here we go, dated today. Granted. Clerk of Court is respectfully directed to strike the motion at docket 126 from the public docket and terminate motion of docket 127. Defense counsel should refile the motion with appropriate redactions. I'm guessing they took a look at what the government felt was appropriate. If the defense counsel refiles the motion, the government may respond by January 28th, 2025. So ordered. And it got redacted. It got taken down. And then refiled. It's up now with the government's, I assume, redactions that they requested. Yep. Yep. This whole filing, originally, what Diddy's team did, in my opinion, was gross. It was a lot of victim blaming. I found it very sexist and written in a way to me that came across as a way to intimidate and shame victim one. And yesterday on Popcorn, we discussed this in detail. And the bottom line for me is that I do not believe that victim one's case depends solely on those videos. We have so much other evidence, particularly through witness testimony, that shows how dependent victim one was on Diddy, as well as these situations where people did witness abuse. And as I said, and I said with my whole chest yesterday, we've seen this type of filing before. Diddy's team writes like they have a smoking gun, it gets blown out of the water, and then it's just embarrassing. So I wasn't going to freak out about it. I said I'd wait for the response. We got the response. There we are. So, yeah. I think this is a really stupid method for them to be using, because how many times can you essentially cry wolf at the judge and then cry victim? I don't know if there could be a point where the judge goes, you know, we're going to have to do something about this because this is wasting my time. I don't know. I don't know how all of that works.
When is enough enough?
Exactly. Exactly. I'm sorry. This is embarrassing. To me, I would be embarrassed. It's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And I really truly believe that this filing was a response to all of the headlines that have been coming out in the past week or so about Diddy. So people aren't talking about the new lawsuit that's been filed against him with yet another underage girl that apparently, allegedly, he did not great things to. And then we also have the 2 documentaries that have come out, spilling tea all over the place from people who have never spoken out before but are now speaking out. What a convenient distraction to slut shame the victim. It's disgusting. It is disgusting. So, to everybody that sent me comments yesterday saying that the Fed's case was weak, I'm not willing to buy into that narrative until the trial starts. They have a great record of conviction. This is not their first rodeo or their first time doing anything like this. This is the Southern District of New York. It is not a joke. So, this show with the Feds is just beginning. And so far, the show with the defense has been and continues to be a circus. So we're just going to have to wait and see how this all pans out. So before we do our next story, producer sister, what do you think? How are you doing?
Yeah, I agree. It just feels like a lot of distraction.
Yeah.
And you wonder, as you alluded to, like, how long is the judge going to entertain this?
Yeah.
Or what? And the other thing is, what is the penalty for violating the protective order?
I don't know.
Like, is there going to be repercussions from this now?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm interested to hear what lawyers think about this. People that have had more experience in these types of cases, because, this is a mess. This is a messy mess. Mess. Alrighty. Kyle, ribbit, 100%. 100%. Oh, Soki, I love that. Is the mention to circus a transition to the Britney topic? I wasn't planning on it, but it is now. Thank you so much, Soki. Yes, we do have a Britney story. I saw this headline. I had to talk about it. An old interview of Justin Baldoni has resurfaced, where he talks about an uncomfortable interaction with Britney Spears. So, right off the bat, I do want to say I don't believe this story came to light organically. That's just my belief, my opinion, my conspiracy, my whatever. And before we go any further, I feel like when we talk about It Ends With Us, I always have to say this. And I'm going to sound a bit like Mr. Mackey from South Park here, so please forgive me. Harassment is bad. Taking over someone's passion project is also bad. Launching malicious smear campaigns are also bad. And at this point, I am siding with, and I can't believe I'm about to say this considering Britney Spears is on my screen right now, but I'm siding with Harvey Levin, who has gone on the record saying that he's willing to be an expert witness and call out both sides for media manipulation. I remain team no one. I want more evidence. I want more information because as far as I'm concerned right now, both sides are lying. That's it. That's where I sit. That's where I sit. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating, but I will say I have no judgment at all, and I completely understand people that have opinions on this one side or the other. This is a very interesting story for many reasons because of how complicated the situation is. So I will say that, and you are absolutely welcome to have your opinion, and I'm not going to tell you you shouldn't have one. Yeah, exactly, Kyle. We're all trying. We're trying. Soki, yeah, we're trying. All right. So, what is the context of this interview? Well, Justin Baldoni worked on the TV show Jane the Virgin back in the day, which Britney had a guest appearance on. And this was, I believe, in 2015 ish, I'm pretty sure. Um, and so Britney was in the conservatorship at this time. And I think this is a really important point to make. Um, I have a lot of questions about everything that went on, especially during that period of was she doing things that she wanted to do? Was she being forced into doing things she didn't want to do? How all of that worked, I don't know. Um, but Justin tells this story of when he met Britney on set and the events leading up to it. And I wanted to play the interview, but there's a lot of like background music that goes through it, and I'm nervous that I'm going to get hit with copyright for that music. That's happened to me before, and I don't want to deal with it. So I have the transcript. So that's what we're going to go through, and I hope that that's okay. So here is what he said. This came from him. Now, I don't know if any of it was edited out of context, but this is what was said in the video. The guest star I was most excited to work with was Britney Spears. And then it turned out I didn't get to work with her. Yeah, there were 0 scenes with Raphael, I believe his character, and Britney Spears, probably at her request. Because I had tweeted her I was going to bring like a poster from her live in Las Vegas tour to set, and I didn't do that because I don't have one. I was joking, but I think she thought I was serious. So this part right here, I kind of go, I don't know how much of her Twitter account she really had. But I also know there are some tweets that I do believe undeniably came from her during that time. There was the one about, wasn't there like a weird tweet about the weather and then she said something about Lady Gaga and was like, I think she's cool. Do you guys remember that? Producer sister.
Not particularly.
Would you
no.
actually be able to look that up? Could you look up like Britney Spears Twitter Lady Gaga? And I think it probably will come up. It was the most random. It's such a random Britney thought stream of consciousness. I couldn't stop laughing when it came out. But I don't know how much of her socials she was actually in control of. So let's be fair here when it comes to that.
2011?
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone think global warming is a good thing? I love Lady Gaga. I think she's a really interesting artist.
Yep.
All right.
I'm pretty sure she means that as separate thoughts, but you know, they come together. It's always a moment. Yeah, so I bring the receipts on that one. That is real. I was a huge Britney Spears fan in high school. What adolescent boy wasn't? Okay. And it was so funny too. I know she was a fan of the show in that. And he laughs. He laughs a lot nervously as he tells this story. You can tell there's a level of embarrassment as he tells this story. We were shooting, and then a few of us that weren't in the scenes with her came to watch one of her scenes. Because I had tweeted her, and she tweeted me back. I gone up to her, so in my mind, we're friends. And he laughs again. But we weren't. I went up and I was just like, hey. I just gave her a big hug, and I think I scared her. Because she was like, hi. And he kind of like shrinks a little bit when he says it, which on brand. On brand for Britney. Britney does not like people touching her. She has horrible social anxiety. Always has. Like, she's not always great about that type of stuff. It's really hard for her. And I don't blame her because I can't imagine how entitled some people have probably been, like at meet and greets or things like that, of just touching her. And I can only imagine how uncomfortable. So she said hi, and then I just kind of had this awkward moment, like, did I just harass Britney Spears? And then I look back at my co-stars are laughing, like I think it's Yael, or I don't know how to say that. I'm so
Mm-hmm.
sorry. Who plays Petra is just on the floor laughing. So that was a good time. Yeah.
I found the tweet.
Oh, the the global warming and Lady Gaga.
No, the one between the two of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you screen cap it and send it over
Yeah.
to me? I have not seen it. That is
She
interesting.
just did like a normal, I'm guest spotting, and
Oh, okay. Yeah, exactly. Angela Dawn, you can't blame Britney for not trusting anybody, especially during that particular time. I do not.
okay, it's literally just see you at the Marabella Hotel soon, which is um the main one of the main sets.
Hmm.
And then she added um some of the cast
Hmm.
guest starring on one of my favorite TV shows ever at CW Jane the Virgin #Dreams Come True.
Okay.
I sent you the screenshot.
Okay, thank you. I'll pull it up during halftime. We'll take a look at it.
Yeah, like
Yeah. So here's the thing.
oh crap,
What?
I gotta edit it before you
Oh,
put it up.
okay. No worries. No worries. Do what you got to do.
Yeah,
Do what you got to do.
sorry.
Oh, that's cool. So absolutely, this is awkward, but I want to be clear about something. I don't believe he did this maliciously. I don't. I think this is a situation of someone who was unprofessional, fangirled, and needed to calm down. And I think there are some people in this world, even if you are very professional around people who are famous or whatever, there are some people that you're just going to be starstruck and you're going to put your foot in your mouth and you're going to be stupid, right? I think a lot of us would be guilty of that. That being said, she is still a guest on that set, and I would expect that people should be more professional with her. And unwanted touch is still unwanted touch. That's an issue. Period. So, I don't think that means that he's a mean guy, but I think it does paint a picture of what he believes to be appropriate. And that could easily turn into an issue, especially if it happens to the wrong person. Britney is known for, up until the book came out and until the conservatorship ended, she was not a big, she didn't call people out very often. And when she did so, it was usually very veiled. Um, and she was not the one to just call people out and make drama out of it. So, absolutely, I think she, even if she was upset, I don't think she would have said anything publicly, and she certainly would not have in 2015. To be completely fair, I mean, Britney fans in the chat, back me up on this if you agree or you disagree, let me know. Um, but the problem is in a workplace, this is definitely it's problematic. It's problematic, and I would have hoped that this is a situation that maybe he would have learned from, and maybe he did. I don't know. I don't think this interview helps his case, but I also don't think it makes him a monster, to be real. Like, but I will say the other stuff. Sorry, yeah, Katie Artist, there's a difference between fangirling and saying all of this in an official interview. He should have thought about it first. Especially, I wonder when he said, like, particularly the. I don't know if he thinks that this is funny, but this part right here. There were zero scenes with Raphael and Britney Spears, probably at her request. I don't know if he means that as a joke or if there's any truth to that. But it's definitely a cringe moment for me. But that's just me. So I will say, um, with everything that's been going on with this It Ends With Us stuff, I don't know if you guys have seen the report. Popcorn Planet did a video on it this morning that Justin Baldoni's team has approached Disney, Marvel, and has asked for them to hold on to documents in regards to Nice Pool. It definitely seems like they are getting closer to filing a lawsuit against potentially, my gut is telling me, in my opinion, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. I don't have any proof of that coming, but we're seeing as Katie just said, they want Marvel to enter the chat. There are people that are entering the chat right now, businesses that are entering the chat right now, studios, which I think may be a prerequisite for what they're planning on doing. The other point I want to make, because I know people are going to start saying stuff that it's like, why is it taking so long for this lawsuit to come out? Well, unfortunately, Justin Baldoni's lawyer, Brian Friedman, lost his home in the fires. So that's probably also going to delay a few things because, people are trying to like survive right now. So I'm not passing judgment on that whatsoever. Um, I do think that it is a good thing with this interview that Justin recognized that what he did probably wasn't the smartest and definitely has some embarrassment about it. Is the whole thing's just it's not a good look in my opinion. It's not a good look. It doesn't mean he's a monster, but it's not a good look. But I'm also at a point where it's like there's so much now on both sides. I'm already so sick of talking about this. I know you guys want to hear about it, and there's going to be really interesting updates in this story, but it's just, I kind of wish they would all just meet in a room, get a mediator, and deal with this and move on. Because I think all of this press, at the end of the day, it's going to hurt all of her, like all of their careers. It's going to hurt Blake's career. It's going to hurt Ryan's career. It's going to hurt Justin's career. And the longer this goes on, and the more press that surrounds it, the worse it's going to be. That's my opinion. Because you're always going to have people who are going to believe, everything Blake Lively said is gospel. And then you're going to have people who believe everything that Justin said is gospel. And then you're going to have people that hate everybody. It's not good. It's not good. So I genuinely do hope that they are able to settle this because I could see this going on for years at this point, and I really don't want it to. I really don't. It's all of it is so awkward and uncomfortable. I also did want to say, I know Andy talks about this in his video that he did talking about this interview. He brings up that Blake wore Britney's dress, the Versace rainbow butterfly dress, to the premiere of It Ends With Us. Now, and he mentioned that we had a debate, which we do. I want to say too, because there were some people that were saying this yesterday on the show that kind of bothered me. And they were saying that because I disagreed with Andy, I was disrespecting him. We've been friends for a long time. We've had many disagreements and we've agreed on many things. We're still friends. And people are allowed to disagree with each other. And we also kind of welcome it because he challenges me and I challenge him. And I think that that is a really good thing to have in these types of conversations. So when I talk about Blake Lively wearing Blake Lively wearing the Britney dress and It Ends With Us, I see this from a different perspective because for years I was very involved in Britney stan culture, meaning that I followed daily events with Britney. I followed everything that she did, what she wore, things she said, who was around her, all those types of things all the time. Britney fashion is an industry. And I don't know how to explain this to people that aren't from the stan community world if you haven't been a part of it at any time. But I will put it this way. There are Instagram accounts. Like I believe one is called Shop Like Britney, and shout out to you because you're awesome and people are mean to you sometimes and they suck. But basically what accounts like that do is they see what she's wearing, they find it, like they find the original piece of clothing that she was wearing, share links of where you can find it, and a lot of the time it's either out of price range or sold out for a lot of people, although Britney's a lot better with that than I think a lot of celebrities. Not that like better or worse, but I mean like she loves Kate Spade bags, for example. Not everything she wears is, $30,000 type thing. And then it's usually, okay, let's find a dupe, or let's find something that's similar, or let's is it being made by a knockoff company? Blah, 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 blah. and it becomes like a quest for the outfit. And I remember last year there was a shirt that came out, I think it was from Free People or something like that, that looked so much like the mesh shirt she wore in the Overprotected video. As soon as that went up, oh my gosh, it sold out so fast, and I tried so hard because it's like teal, and I thought it was stunning, and I really wanted it. Um, and it just disappeared. And some of this stuff, it just becomes an absolute like a bloodbath to get these items. It's crazy. And that Versace dress was custom done for her by Donatella Versace herself. It's actually mentioned in The Woman in Me at the beginning of chapter 15. I'm gonna grab this like a Bible. I feel like I'm doing a sword drill. This is insane. Shout out to anybody that knows what I mean by that. Literally. Okay, so not kidding. Do. Right here. This is directly after her breakup with Justin Timberlake. She's really struggling. She doesn't want to finish her tour. She is a mess. And the book literally reads, to get my confidence back in September of 2002, I went to Milan to visit Donatella Versace. That trip invigorated me. It reminded me that there was still fun to be had in the world. We drank amazing wine and ate amazing food. Donatella was a dynamic host. I was hoping things would turn around a little bit from that point. Donatella has also openly been like Britney is one of her favorite people to style, and did her wedding dress. They like each other a lot and have for a long time. She'd invited me to Italy to attend one of her runway shows. Donatella dressed me in a beautiful, sparkly rainbow dress. I was supposed to sing, but I really didn't feel like it. So after I did a bit of posing, Donatella said we could take it easy. She played my cover of Joan Jett's I Love Rock and Roll. I said hi to the models, and then we were done. That dress is very intricate, has a lot of little details of crystals and things of that nature. There's a lot of transparency. There's a lot of different fabrics. It is incredibly difficult to replicate. I know because I've looked into it. It is probably my favorite dress she's ever worn. And if there were ever like message board type things where people were like, tell me your favorite outfits Britney's ever worn, that is one that usually makes an appearance. And so the idea that if Blake saw that and was a fan of Y2K fashion or Britney in general, I don't blame her for buying it, because I probably would have considered getting a mortgage on my house and doing it. I'm sorry. It is.
No.
You don't control me. Give me 1 second. I know Katie just said I want to see the dress. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find some pictures of it. It shouldn't be hard. Rainbow dress. New tab. I'm getting this ready for you. I should have pulled this up beforehand if I had been thinking, but I was so like just trying to run as quickly as I could. Why does it look like it was shot with a potato? Oh my gosh. I know it's 2002, but come on. That's a good shot of it. Producer sister.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any commentary on the Britney fashion stuff? I don't know how much of that you've seen, because I know you weren't as deep into stan culture as I was.
I was not.
Yeah.
Everything I preferably know is what I've heard from you.
Yeah. So.
But I know there are a lot of sites that do follow what is on fashion stuff on TV, on red carpets and movies, to be able to replicate it, whether it's the exact piece or a more affordable way.
So I have it up. Producer sister, you'll see it in a second. I'm so sorry.
I know what the dress is.
Yeah. Okay, so here is her and Donatella that night. And as you can see, all of the detailing of the sparkle, right? This all of the different colors. There's little stars here, there's butterflies, there's flowers around, which I think is part of why Blake might have thought about it for the premiere, because she was like, grab your florals, right? So it's on brand. Um, but you can see all the transparency here and how much of this would have to be fitted essentially to the individual who was wearing it. You see here the back. Again, the transparency in a certain area, how you're going to make sure that all works, all of the different detailing there. It's absolutely crazy when you really look at how intricate this is. And that's why it is iconic. That is why it has been such a moment in Britney fashion for so many. So, yeah, exactly. General Scott, Blake Lively paid just over $10,000 for the Versace dress that Britney Spears wore in 2002. Lively purchased the dress from Tab Vintage in Los Angeles. It is stunning. It is absolutely beautiful. It is one of a kind. It is iconic. It just is. It is everything. um, and insufficient funds as well, Lena Jones. Absolutely. Shall we do that? Shall we do that? Yeah, let's do it.
Insufficient funds. You ain't got no money. Ooh.
It's fashion meets. It's fashion. It's, excuse me.
I'm sorry, we had to do both. It was appropriate. So it's very much, so to me, when I see that dress, I see something different, I think, than the average person does. I do know there's probably going to be people, and I mean, Andy wonders, is this potentially another little side dig at Justin? It could very well be. I don't know. But to me, just as someone who's followed the fashion, I think it also could be coincidental. It is what it is. It is what it is. And I don't blame her for wanting this dress because I want it. I want it. But yeah, so that's the Britney update. I got to talk about Britney, producer sister. Yay! Yay! Yeah, I know, Katie. We'll look at doing Lacey's burp. We'll look at it. So there we are. There we are. There is the news. I'm interested to hear what you guys think about all of this. Where do you guys sit? I'm actually going to ask you guys, now that you know that context, what you guys think. And please answer honestly. You do not have to agree with me. It is fine if we do not agree. You know, my bias exists. Oh, crap, I moved the wrong thing. That's supposed to be locked. Oh, behind the scenes, can you see that frame moving? Ooh, that was disorienting. Okay, there we go. Okay. Do you think Blake Lively wore Britney's dress to bully Justin? Yes or no? Let me see. Yeah, Alicia said, I thought I saw somewhere that Blake Lively said she was a fan of Britney, so I didn't think more of it. A fangirl can just be a fangirl. It's true. It's true. Producer sister, what do you think?
Honestly, I don't really think it was specifically bullying.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of dots to connect to get there.
Yeah.
And it does kind of give that floral vibe to it.
I mean, she did tell everyone to grab their florals and wear those. So, I mean, she kind of had to.
So she grabbed one of the most iconic floral
things
dresses she could find. So, yeah. And, yeah, like J-Lo Ducky just said, if I was offered to wear a Britney outfit, I'd go for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And it's a stunning dress.
It is. I feel like it's kind of one of those dresses that, like, even if you're not super into fashion, you can at least look at it and go, that's pretty.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
That'd be me.
All right. Well, it looks like we are torn. Wow. 51% of you say yes, and 49% of you say no. Steven Schwartz, did Blake Lively buy the actual dress? Yes, she bought it for $10,000, allegedly. That's what has been reported. And that's what the Amador, well, she has a master's in pettiness. So I see the logic. I see it both ways. I personally don't, but I see why people do.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's a lot. And I am going to ask you guys now as well. I think I want to do this more often. We have like the poll section. See
Mhm.
where you guys are sitting because I like this. I like the engagement. Oh, Katie artist, do not get me started on Kim K
Oh,
in the
no.
Maryland dress. Do not.
Oh no.
Oh, the rage in me for that. I'm sorry. Okay, on so many levels. All right. Do you think Justin was out of line with Britney on set? Yes or no? That doesn't mean he's a bad person. It just means, do you think he was appropriate? That's all I'm asking. That's all it is. Because I stand by it. I don't think that he was, like, malicious in his intent by any means. I think he just fangirled. Kayla, do not get me started on Kim K! Sarah Beachy destroyed that dress with her alien-shaped body. Oh my gosh. I just don't understand why you wouldn't get, like, a replica made.
Yeah.
That would really fit you, you know? And clearly it would be inspired by. But yeah, there was a lot. Alrighty, so it looks like 37% of you are saying yes, and 62% of you are saying no.
My thing is, you can be inappropriate with good intentions.
Absolutely.
So I voted yes because anytime you're touching someone without their permission, that's inappropriate.
Yeah. But fair enough. Fair enough. Although I will say, I think it is more than fair to say if you meet somebody, if you meet anybody, especially a famous person, and you should probably ask them before you touch them.
Yeah. And I say, like, I don't like a lot of people touching me.
Yeah.
And that's probably part of my own personal bias is I don't like everyone coming and touching me. It doesn't mean they have bad intention.
No.
And I know that.
Yeah.
It's just not something I'm overly comfortable with.
I hear you. I hear you. So, anyway, that's what all of that is. Again, I remain team no one. I remain team no one. And I'm going to ask, I don't even know how to word this in a poll. I'm interested now to know what you guys think about the Diddy situation now that we've gone through those documents and you've kind of seen what Diddy's side is saying and then also what the feds are saying and then the judge weighing in. I think this was potentially a win for him and PR because you're going to have people that are going to hold on to that report like, oh, she liked it, and they're going to shame her and everything else. But you're also going to have people that do follow when the judge and the feds go, no. And I do worry about how, like, what the long-term effects of this are going to be for the defense if I was thinking in their best interests. I don't think this is going to fare well for them moving forward with the judge. Because this is why I think if they go like, hey, give us an inch, they're not going to. I wouldn't as a judge. I've seen them take a mile far too many times now. It's ridiculous. Enough is enough, right?
Yep.
Carbonize. Oh, I love this. I'm on team stop being human garbage. Don't touch people when they don't want to be touched. Don't say stuff to people that makes them uncomfortable. If you do, apologize, change, and move on to the best of your ability. Don't steal other people's stuff. Don't be a bully. You know, don't make a scene, alluding to someone you don't like and having them pew-pewed multiple times. Don't run smear campaigns. We just be nice to each other. Like,
That is a novel idea.
I know. I'm so tired. So tired of it. Yeah, Melier said, I get the whole not wanting to be touched, but everyone has different environments where touching may be common and they don't see it as rude. I can understand miscommunication in that. Exactly. That's why I'm saying I don't think it is malicious. I think it is probably shouldn't, but learn from this, Learn from this. You're like Tyra. Never in my life yelled at a Britney fan like this. Oh my goodness, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Exactly. Diddy Rose said, I am a hugger and a nurturer, but I will ask before I hug someone and I will wait until I get a yes. Boom. And Medora, I will tell you, or sorry, Dinny, I just looked at Medora. She said people look so sad. But Dinny, yes. I think producer sister can attest. I am a hugger.
Yep.
And that was kind of a choice I made when I was in high school because I had been diagnosed with my first depressive episode when I was like 16. And I found out through researching about it that a lot of people do not get the type of physical touch or the amount of physical touch they need in a day that's healthy. And it comes down to just there are studies or whatever people say is like you need to have the equivalent of something like 5 or 10 hugs a day or something like that was what I had seen at the time. I don't know if that's still accurate. But I looked at it from the perspective that I was so depressed and I was so low. And I looked around at my friends and I saw a lot of people who were also low and going through a lot of stuff. And I kind of was just like, okay, I'm going to offer to hug people. And it became a thing that like I got to school and I hugged a bunch of people that wanted to be hugged. And people would come up to me like, where's my hug? And they would get, and that was a thing. But at the same time, there are people that when you touch them, it can be painful. They're not comfortable with it. They've got other stuff going on. So it was always, I always tried to ask, and it got to a point like there were certain people I knew, okay, hug good. And I'm still that person. But I will ask. I will always ask because consent is important. And if people say no, I'm not offended at all. I understand completely. Yeah. And like Katie's saying, like, when any physical touch hurts, that's not much you can do. Exactly. And I hear you. Was it Carbon? I said, physical touch hurts me sometimes, but folks need it. I'm a butterfly, but my heart doesn't know that. I hear you. Yeah, exactly. Steven said, I am team hug, but only if I know you.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
And I know, like, it's something that we all have different levels of comfort with.
Mm-hmm.
I remember once someone, I was focused on something and someone tapped me on the shoulder and my whole body, like, folded into itself and I was so uncomfortable.
Oh.
And I'm like, I thought about it later and I'm like, I had no reason to have that level of a reaction.
Yeah.
The person who tapped me on the shoulder was someone I knew.
Mm-hmm.
I had never had a bad interaction with them. It wasn't anything other than just trying, they needed to ask me something and trying to get my attention and I was focused and I didn't hear them approach.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, this is something I need to work on in myself because I am just uncomfortable with it. So it's, we all have different levels.
Yep.
I think.
And wherever you are in your journey, that's okay. That's okay. Right? And I also found that, like, I did reach a point, I think through the pandemic, I was not and now I'm a lot more conscious that, like, even if I think I'm fighting something, I don't hug people. Mm-hmm. I'm like, no, I don't want to share this. I don't want to share. Yeah. So, Alias, thank you. Member for 22 months. Have you seen the meme about Kim K and Sarah Jessica Parker? I don't think I have. I will have to look into that. Thank you for 22 months. You're almost at your tooth. Congratulations. Mm-hmm. Congratulations.
Did you get Merle's super chat?
I may not have. I'm going over and I'm going to make sure that I have everybody's. Okay. Yeah. General Scott gifted the 5 memberships. Then I gifted the 5 memberships. King Bob gifted a membership. Thank you very much to both of you. And then Denny Rose either renewed or joined. I'm not sure. Joined? Did she join?
Yes, joined.
Welcome. Thank you so much. Amanda Panda has been a member for 27 months, which again, much love to you. Hugs through the computer if you want to hug. Carbonized with the hilarious message. Merle's been a member for 13 months. In Germany, they say she apply as Britney. I don't know what that means. I am confusion. You don't have to send in a super chat or anything, but Merle, if you could explain that a bit more, I'd love to know. I want to understand. And thank you for 13 months. Thank you for all of that support. It is incredible. And Alias, again, thank you so much for 22 months. You guys are amazing. Frosted Dreams, totally off topic. What is the plant behind you? It's beautiful. It is a black fake fern plant, I think, from IKEA. It was with their Halloween stuff, and I just haven't taken it down because I like it. Oh my goodness. That's what it is. There's a lot of stuff behind me that is random. I will say this. I got a message from John Witherspoon a couple weeks ago. Being like, do you have a red stapler behind you?
Yes.
And I was like, yep. I think I bought that for myself after I got out of college. I can't remember. Or it was like before like one of my first jobs. And just to have that whole like, don't take my stapler. Don't take my stapler.
Not that cheap.
Not that cheap. Oh, when they beat that printer in that movie in Office Space, it like speaks to my soul. That's like a spiritual experience. General Scott, thank you for another 5 gifted memberships. That's incredibly kind of you. Producer Sister.
Yes.
How many memberships have we had today?
17.
17. We're Team Odd. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Oh, my Team Odd, yes! Thank you, Jade. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Yeah. Matthew Colbert. Sorry. Women can hug me. Men, all you get is a handshake. Everybody's got different comfort levels. Fair enough. I love dude bro hugs though. The like when it's like the on the back. They always make me laugh. Oh, J-Lo Ducky, I have arguments with printers way too often.
Yes.
I think printers should be the common enemy of humankind. Because honestly, I don't know anybody that has like a non-stressful relationship with their printer. If you exist, I would like to know what printer you have. And I also don't believe you. If that makes sense. Oh, my goodness. What? Medora art. Without glasses, it looks like the professor is using long black boots.
I can see it.
Oh, like Janet! These boots are made for walking. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Sarai said, Kim, that's funny, because I always wanted to ask if that was a stapler. It is. It is a stapler. 100%. When I started working, I got a whole bunch of stationery and, like, pens and stuff like that were all very girly and very almost obnoxious, because all of my stuff kept getting taken from my desk. And I was getting very annoyed. And it would always be people would go, oh no, I got it out of the supply closet. I didn't take it. And I was like, it is about to be Hello Kitty, Betsy Johnson all up in this desk, and it's going to look ridiculous, but at least I will have a pen. And it worked. It worked. And people were then very annoyed with me because they couldn't take my stuff anymore. And I'd be like, you can get it out of the supply closet. Pro tip. Pro tip. Oh, let me see. See. I'm just looking at you guys in printers. Yeah, tread lightly. Office printers infuriate me. Oh, I know. I hate them. I hate them with a passion. All right. Well, shall I invite Lacey to come up and see you guys? How many of you guys were here last night for that burp? I know that's a very random thing to say in a live stream. How many of you were here for the burp? Because that was a moment.
Yep.
I highly recommend if you are here for the Lacey burps at any point. Last stream, well worth. Give me a second. Lace. Oh, she is sleeping. Baby girl. Do you want to come say hi? You don't have to if you don't want to. You want to? Okay. Oof. There we go. There she is. Lacey's here. Yeah. She is very sleepy today. I've noticed. You're definitely chilling. I'm not sure why, because you slept well last night, to my knowledge. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Carbonize. Her keg stand burp.
Yeah, it wasn't a burp, it was a belch.
Yeah, you're not wrong, though. You're not wrong. We love you. We love you. We love the bear. Okay, baby girl. Do you have anything you want to say, or are you just going to be cute today? You're like, I gave you all enough yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I gave you all enough last night. Okay. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. She is very sleepy. Oh, yeah. That was funny. I literally just went upstairs after the stream and I said to my husband, I'm like, Lacey just burped in front of like 400 people. Carbonized. Legend says they're still hearing that burp in Australia. Stop. Oh, baby girl. Oh my gosh. All right. So, for What the What today, we have a part 2 that we could have done yesterday, but I was like, we've been streaming for a long time. I needed to stop. I was tired. Oh no. Hang on.
What?
We just got a new filing.
Did we?
Yep.
Oh, goody.
Off I go. It could be nothing. Give me a second, guys.
Is it the defense mad?
I don't know. I can't tell. 130. That's 29. Okay, it has not fully updated yet.
Okay.
That I can see.
So we'll just keep an eye on it.
I'm told there is a document 130. I am only seeing up to 129. And it is a motion. A letter motion. So I don't know. I don't know. Oh, hang on. It's above. Why is it above? Okay. So here's a question. Let's do the vote. We can go through the new court filing. We can read it together. I have not read any of it. I don't know what's in it. Or we can move on to What the What. Which one? Court doc. What the What?
How long is the new court filing?
It is 3 pages.
Okay, so it's not too bad.
I will let you guys decide. Do we get a What the What after? I think it's going to depend on timing. Right? Because I don't know if this is going to be like infuriating and we're going to be screaming at the top of our lungs or not, or if it's just going to be stupid.
Yeah, but if it's only 3 pages long, it shouldn't take a huge amount of time.
I've seen things take a long time.
One can hope.
We can hope. We can hope. Both. Both is good. Oh, we're 50-50. Oh my gosh. What the what?
Let's start it and see.
Okay. YouTube just made me vote twice, Katie. What? Okay. Okay. We're definitely seeing some interest in the court doc. So let's try to do the court doc and then we'll try to do some What the What. Maybe not as long. Because I think it is a short one to begin with, right?
Yeah, it's a shorter one.
Okay, so that may actually end up for the best. Okay. Alrighty. So let's see. Let's see what they got to say for themselves. Closing off all of my Britney rainbow dresses. Because it's everywhere. Just double checking everything is good. It's always fun in the control room, essentially. Perfect. Okay. Let's go. I'm gonna make this big. Here we go. So this is from Costco lawyer. Hello to the judge. Dear Judge, we write in response to the government's letter requesting redactions to the defense's January 14th, 2025 letter motion. See dockets 126 and 127. 126 does no longer exist, but okay. At the direction of the court, the letter motion has been refiled with the government's requested redactions. Yes. Nevertheless, we write in opposition to the government's proposed redactions as an overbroad and inconsistent with the presumption of public access to judicial documents and seek leave to refile the letter motion with the narrower redactions. Okay. As an initial matter, the defense's general characterizations of evidence did not disclose the content of the attorney's eyes-only material. A general description of the nature of the evidence with specific descriptions and additional details redacted is perfectly consistent with the language and spirit of the protective order. I don't think the judge agreed because they told you to take it down.
Yeah.
I feel like they're arguing on something that's already been ruled on.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
His actions have already... He made a ruling and there has been action based on it.
This is especially true when the existence of the evidence is already public and the government has regularly provided its own characterizations. See indictment. Just talking about what, I can't read those words, but what is potentially in the tapes. But the thing is, what they just listed is not what was redacted or what the government wanted redacted. There were specifics about like the origin of where the tape came from and what people, felt about what was happening in the video. It's not about who's in the video. We knew who was in the video. Or that, adult things were happening in those videos. That's not what we're talking about. Okay. And then docket 5, publicizing that during these FOs, the alleged victims were subjected to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse, including being kicked and dragged. Wasn't that in relation to the hotel video? Because didn't they argue too that there wasn't as much, there wasn't violence in that video too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, this is exhausting. We've fought about this before. Even assuming the defense's general characterization of evidence without additional detail is covered by the protective order, which it is not, that is not a valid basis for scaling. Okay. Rejecting bias. There's a lot of other references there. In determining if a document should be publicly accessible, a court should determine if it is a judicial document, 2, determine the weight of presumption of access attached to it, and 3, balance the countervailing interests against the presumption of access. There can be little doubt that the explicit Sixth Amendment right of the accused is no less protective of a public trial than the implicit First Amendment right of the press and the public. Because the motion to amend the protective order is useful in the judicial process, the presumption of public access applies. Interesting. This is especially true, whereas here it relates to the government's key piece of evidence and Mr. Combs' trial rights are being compromised by his inability to access it. It's not... Okay. I should probably finish reading before I give all my thoughts. But I am frustrated because, again, what was supposed to happen, as this had been classified as an attorney's eyes only piece of evidence, and it was under seal, was that they were supposed to approach the government before they did this, and they did not. And that was something they did agree to. So they violated the order that they're trying to amend, but did not follow the proper process. And then the judge agreed with the government that they violated that process.
If you didn't like it, why did you agree to it in the first place?
So if you wanted to release this, the proper motion would have been, I think, to say this first before you get into the specifics of why, and have everything to do with it be redacted from the public docket as had previously been agreed upon. Am I out of my mind?
No.
Like, I want to hear legal analysis on this. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm just saying that, like, this just... Oh, gosh. Okay. And again, it's not that Mr. Combs his team is not able to access it. It's that it has been classified as attorney's eyes only.
It's just the public, can't see it.
But it also just sounds like Mr. Combs wants to see it very badly, which I find very interesting. Okay. Strong consent. Okay. Indeed, the public can only have confidence in the conscientiousness, reasonableness, or honesty of judicial proceedings if the documents on which judges rely are publicly available.
Then let's make this whole shindig publicly available and bring some cameras in the courtroom.
Yeah.
How about that?
Is that the way we're going to go here?
Are you going to argue for that? If you want full transparency?
And if that's the way you felt, why did you agree with the protective order? Is it just really now inconvenient? I'm sorry. I want to hear a lawyer's opinion on this. I could be, saying absolute nonsense right now, but I just am frustrated. The presumptive right of access prevails unless it is overcome by specific on-the-record findings that scaling is necessary to preserve higher values, and only if the sealing order is narrowly tailored to achieve that aim. Okay. Broad general conclusory findings are insufficient. Notably, generalized statements regarding the activity and privacy interests are insufficient. Okay. The government letter fails to address these issues and fails to provide any valid justification for sealing that would override the presumption of public access. What, do they just want like a play-by-play of everything that's in those tapes? I highly feel that that's necessary.
Why is that necessary? Like that?
I feel like it's to shame her.
Yeah.
That's... I also would argue, would that not taint a potential jury?
Yes.
You know? Moreover, any competing justification provided by the government would not outweigh the presumption of public access and justify sealing. While victim 1 may have privacy interests that justify keeping the video themselves under seal at this stage, including details of the content of the video, the fact that victim 1 was filmed while participating in these so-called FOs is public information. Indeed, the government has publicized that these were extended acts with male workers and elaborate and produced performances that were electronically recorded. The government has publicized gratuitous details, including the use of... You did not!
No!
You did not! Oh my gosh! Mark! Stop! Stop! I can't. Dude, don't bring up the baby oil again. Don't start this, man. Oh. Extra linens and lighting. Room damage and delivery of IV fluids. The government even held a press conference publicizing the seizure of more than 1,000. Stop. Stop reminding people. But it didn't come from Costco. You're right, Kyle. We have to get that fact straight. They did not come from Costco. Costco would like to be excluded from this narrative. I can't. Oh, this is a what the what. And the government has publicly asserted that during the FOs, alleged victims were subjected to various types of not niceness, including, I'm going to say violence, and that the alleged victim claims are corroborated by videos of the FOs. Docket 5. Faulting at the defense for characterizing the same evidence as expulsory and consensual is a fair... He did it again.
What?
He did it again. Right here. The judge just ruled that you cannot talk about this, it being consensual. That was a big part of what was redacted. And you did it again. Just my opinion. Is an unfair double standard that demonstrates the government's intent to mislead the public and the court. I disagree. I disagree. This is about the privacy of the victim. And the other stuff that was taken out, and again, as I said, I'm not going to get into the specifics of everything that was taken out of the refiling because I had the old filing and the new filing and I looked at them side by side and I was able to tell what what they said based on what was redacted and what wasn't, what they were kind of going for. And a lot of it has to do with how the evidence was found and then the essentially the emotional and the opinion of the tape. It is not up for opinion or not if these people were in the tape or if there were workers in the tape. That is factual. But I think they're trying to protect some of the evidence of the background of it for reasons that, again, have previously been agreed to with that protective order that the defense violated. Guys, am I out of my mind? Gosh. Also, the defense, you guys got to stop talking about the baby oil. You got to stop talking about the baby oil. Oh. Okay, to accept the government's broad reading of the protective order would turn it into a tool to shield the public from any interpretation of evidence that could be favorable to Mr. Combs after the government has been able to tout its own inculpatory, I think, interpretation. The result would be unfairly polluted jury pool manufactured by the government's misleading narrative and widely disseminated by the press. But the thing is, though, if you've got the jury and they're sealed, like, that's in the courtroom then. Fight this in the courtroom. Because if you think that people are coming in with preconceived notions and you have evidence to counter that, that's going to be very powerful. I don't know. I don't know. I have questions. I really want to hear legal analysis on this. We appreciate the court's consideration, and there they all are. Oh, gosh. I think the feds are going to hit back on this pretty fast. Seriously, I'm so tired of hearing about the baby oil from these people. You'd think they wouldn't want to talk about it. Mm-hmm. You would think. But again, is it like, oh, but if we talk about it, it'll be in the press?
Yeah.
I wonder. Just my theory.
It's more likely to get... Because that seems to be what they want with this, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like this. I don't like this. How are we doing, guys? Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to get What the What queued up. My head hurts. Sorry. Oof. Okay, and going back to the what.
Yeah, J-Lo Ducky said, this is clearly intentional to keep pushing that to the public. And Silky said, Costco lawyer is nuts. Oh my gosh. It just...
It's... I'm trying so hard not to, like... I'm trying to be realistic. And, I mean, I want this guy to have a fair trial.
Yeah.
It's important that he gets a fair trial. But my issue is that you guys agreed on something, then you decide... To me, this feels like begging for forgiveness instead of asking for permission.
Yeah.
And doing the damage... You know, you're like, I'm going to do it one way or the other, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. And then I'm going to try to be like, oh, but I'm going to justify it now. That's just me. Mm-hmm. But I will absolutely correct myself if I am wrong. I will seek legal, guidance on this because I think that's important. But, oof, it's ridiculous. Donnie Decaf said the incompetence of Diddy's team is astonishing. The United States education system has really failed these imbeciles. But the thing is, I don't think that it's that they're stupid. I think it's that they're being very calculated. and manipulative in what they're doing.
But every time they try to do that, it blows up in their face.
Yeah.
So at what point do they realize they need to change strategy?
I don't know.
I feel like it's not working and you're just pissing off the judge.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Well, now we move on to What the What. I have not seen this. I have it here. This is made courtesy of producer sister. Thank you so much for putting this together for us. Nice palette cleanser. I think we probably need it. Times product packaging was so wrong, it had to be shamed. Shame. All right, let's see it. Let's see it. Here we go. Yesterday we went through butter sculptures. That was a thing. Oh my
Jane,
gosh.
I don't have any peanut butter sculptures. I'm sorry.
That would be tough.
Yeah.
And a mess. Sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to cough into the mic there. I hope it was okay. All this for one purse. Cat for scale. Oh gosh, like to fill the purse on the inside?
Or to fill around the purse.
How big is this bag?
How big is the box?
It's not that big.
Yeah.
It's like a CVS receipt. Oh my gosh. Individually wrapped lemon slices. Is that like for a restaurant?
I don't think so. It doesn't look big enough to be like restaurant quantity.
No. Please educate me, guys. Why do we need that? Why would it not just make sense to sell a whole lemon and then cut it and bag it separately if needed? I don't understand. I don't understand. Teach me, everyone. Teach me. I'm not a big lemon person, so I don't really use it a huge amount. And if I do use it, I usually use the whole lemon and juice it and go from there. So, yeah. I don't know. Since oranges don't have a natural packaging.
Why?
It's like a cafeteria,
I guess.
Like, why?
Why? Like, what is the purpose of that?
Sarah B, sometimes all you need is a lemon wedge. For what? I don't know. Just like, why individually? Why?
Like, you use it a lemon wedge, like, with a glass of water or something. Or, honest, like, Caesar salad is usually served with a lemon wedge, but
again, like, but not...
Just cut it!
Yeah. And I feel like that's for, like, mass packaging, though. It's not for, like, what that was, and that's my confusion.
Oh, me too. 100%.
Oh, carbonized. I love this. Oh, they come in convenience size for squirting in your enemy's eyes. Very nice. Very convenient. It's very demure. It's very mindful. JLo Ducky. I've always wanted to peel a lemon like an orange. Kyle's like, no. Just stop. Just stop. Ordered 5 nail polishes from Amazon. Stop. I hate that. I hate that. I'm guessing it's like a safety thing. Like, they're worried about something exploding. I don't know, because it's chemical, but, like, it does feel like a bit much.
Just a smidge.
It does feel like a little bit much. I think we've talked about, like, shipping, packing fails and how ridiculous those can be. How annoying. Stupid.
That's why I thought we'd...
Yeah, we'd
this one's kind of
we'd appreciate this. Oh. Okay, let's see. This box was for one little DS game. Stop! Look at the tiny thing! For those of you that may not be able to see it, it's I don't know if you can see my mouse. It is here. It's like the size of like a toonie. It's really not that big. It's, oh my goodness. I mean, I understand not wanting to maybe send it in an envelope because...
But get one of the bubble envelopes.
Yeah, like that's... Ugh. It's still, that's ridiculous. Oh, okay. Seen at Target, 2 apple slices, plus 6 plastic bags.
So 2 slices per bag in a box.
In a plastic box.
Yes. It's a bag in a box.
It's a lot of plastic. I guess I'm kind of having like a moment with this because at least in Canada, we're limiting how much plastic we can use, single-use plastics, just because it's better for the environment. Seriously, Katie Hart said Amazon workers say they get fined if they put items in a more reasonable package. That's ridiculous.
Why?
Bezos, what are you doing?
Why?
Why? Because I can tell you as a consumer, I prefer to have my stuff in the same box.
Yeah.
Okay. All individually wrapped. Interesting. Okay. Not sure what the point of the plastic wrapping was. What a waste. Is it around the fruit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Why? Carmen just said, don't lie, Kim. It's so Taylor Swift can keep touring? What? I'm confused. What do you mean? I don't understand. But Katie just said, yes, a friend told me that. Like about Amazon? He used to work for them. That's nuts. Bezos. Come on. Let your workers go to the bathroom and don't fine them for doing good packing. That's weird. That's really weird. Exactly, Katie. I am Confucian. Oh, that's weird. Oh, Sam Bake said maybe some Rona stuff. Maybe. I don't know. Included lipstick in a Target pickup order. They said it was out of stock locally, but they could mail me one. Oh, gosh. No. Oh. That's a bit overkill. That's a little bit overkill.
Just a smidge.
Just a smidge. This tin of individually wrapped assorted jelly beans I got as a gift.
This was the one that did it for me. Who wraps individual jelly beans?
Who has just one jelly bean?
Yeah, that too.
That actually angers me.
Yeah.
I don't know how to put it because here I like jelly beans. I'm that person. And I will tell you, for the record, Your Honor gifted me a bag of Dunkin' Donuts jelly beans. And I finally have broken into them. I love them. They're all coffee flavored. They're so good. And I'm like, this is amazing. But there's no way that I could just have one. Like, I'm pacing myself. I'm being good. But, like, just one? That's weird. Okay. The gift of nothing is the gift of egregious packaging. Okay, I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this. This is awesome. Oh. Where do you buy this?
I don't know.
No, because for everybody that's like, what do I want? Nothing. There you go. Congratulations. I gotta read this. Congratulations, you have received the gift of nothing. Absolutely nothing. This is the ultimate in minimalism. Less is more or less. Nothing is precious. Nothing is simple. Nothing is sacred. Open the pack and be enthralled when nothing happens. Allow nothing to flow through your mind and calm your soul. Savor the moment. Soon you'll discover that nothing really is so much better than something. The gift of nothing is yours to discover. Linda, yes. I need to find this. I want to have a few of these on hand. For real. Oh, like, honestly, can you imagine, like, somebody just says, like, I don't want anything, and you literally just give them, like, a gift card to a coffee place, and then give them the gift of nothing. And done. I want it.
There is a book called The Gift of Nothing.
Oh, perfect. And you do that the next year if they say the same thing to you. Fantastic. Sorry, I'm just going to read this one. Some sort of chip my coworker received. Oh, I mean, those chips can cost a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it was insured. I'm going to guess.
Yeah.
But that's That is a lot. That is a lot. No.
Oh, boo.
What?
I found it.
Yeah?
It's on Temu.
No!
Boo.
Boo! Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll have to see where I can find it. But like, I used to tell people when they wouldn't tell me, like if it was like Christmas or whatever, and they wouldn't tell me what they wanted, and like if I got you like in Secret Santa or whatever, and sometimes like that person I would say something, I'm like, yo, I have to give you something. Give me an idea. What do you want? And they'd be like, nothing. And I'd be like, okay, if you don't give me any ideas, I am going to get you Justin Bieber stuff. And I mean like baby era Justin Bieber stuff. The old posters, the blankets with his face all over it, a pillow, like things like that. And without fail, I always then got ideas. Always. It was great. It's life hack. Life hack. So stupid. Oh, okay. All of this for a single cough drop. Oh, okay, I understand why.
But who only needs one
Who needs
singular
one?
cough drop? If you are at the point that you need cough drops,
Do a sample pack. What is this? I hope it helps someone, but that's a lot. That is a lot. Wasteful packaging should be a crime. Yeah, but again, it's meds. It's meds though, right? They legally have to have all that stuff there. Like they have to. They have to list.
I don't know if they need the one in the middle.
Maybe not.
I was like, there's many a boxes you get, and it's just the sleeve of the medication.
Yeah.
You pop it out. You don't need the middle envelope as well.
What? Sarah B, I just got my Home Chef delivery, and for some reason there's a sealed Star Wars poster in the box.
Nice.
I'm not why? Someone missing their Star Wars poster? This is very strange. Very, very strange. Okay. 47,785 mil of packaging for 5.4 mil of product. These boxes all came from the same warehouse together. What is it?
I don't even know.
What is that? I genuinely don't know. Can you tell me what that is? It's...
One's purple, one's red, and one's blue.
It looks like a liquid.
Yeah.
I am so confused.
I don't know what it is.
What is it? What are this?
And when I zoom in on it, the quality's not there to be able to read it.
Okay. If anyone knows what it is, please tell me.
Yeah.
Because I'm confused. Pure absurdity.
Why?
Some people are saying maybe it's a vape. Dreadnought, that could be it. Maybe they can't be packaged together. I don't know. But why are we wrapping bananas like that?
To waste?
Is that a thing that's normal in other places?
I don't know.
Because this is the thing. Sometimes I look at food packaging and I'm like, that's weird. And then I remember that I'm Canadian and I have milk in a bag. And a lot of people think that that's weird. But this feels... It's bananas. Exactly, Silky. B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
And I mean, like, Costco sells... I get it in a way because most places bananas are sold strictly by the weight. But, like, Costco has prepackaged bundles and they're all the same price. But they just have a singular piece that goes around the middle.
Yeah.
Right? Of the bundle. It's not a tray with plastic and all that.
Yeah. I don't know. Just got a pair of headphones. Why is this box so big? They look like nice headphones. Ugh. I hear it though. It's the boxes stuff and the items. It's so ridiculous. Got my battery today from Amazon. They didn't even add bubble wrap or craft paper. Oh. That's not good.
No.
No, because I would assume that thing probably does have some weight to it.
Mm-hmm.
Batteries tend to not be super duper light. Yeah. That's odd. That is odd. Sorry. Just reading.
Okay.
KDRs, just don't write on the banana like Meghan Markle did. What now?
What did she write
my
on a
gosh.
banana?
I want to be clear. I don't want to make this into a Royals channel. I don't know enough about them, and I really don't care enough to know. But some of the stuff I just hear, I'm like,
What?
what do you mean she did a tutorial on how to make toast? Like, I don't understand. Who is this for? I don't want to know. Okay, now you're telling me I don't want to know. All right, fair enough. Eco-friendly soft toys all individually wrapped in a single-use plastic. Oh no, that just feels wrong.
I love just the proud, like, eco-friendly.
Plastic.
Everywhere.
And it's even printed on recycled paper. Tried so hard.
Got so far.
Oh gosh. Katie, I don't know if I want to know. Oh my goodness. Okay. 2 sleeves of pills came in the box of 10. Oh, I've seen that, yeah. I don't like that.
You could have put them all on the same one.
I'm sorry, Dreadnought? I don't even want to read that out loud. What?
Oh dear.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Yep,
I'm good.
nope, we
I
don't
don't want to
wanna
know. I don't want to know. Okay, my chef saved $2.50 for 300 units if they come individually wrapped. So I spent the first hour of my shift unwrapping them.
The
that's
accountant in me
sad.
is screaming.
That is insane. It shouldn't be like that.
You're spending more money in labor than the $2.50 you saved.
It's so wasteful.
It's so wasteful.
Not to mention, some of them are probably going to get damaged as you open them.
Yep.
Gosh, that's
Like,
dumb.
you are not saving any money at all.
That's really dumb. Pixie stick. No, you do not put pixie sticks in a container like you do raw meat.
So you remember when I was putting this together yesterday,
Yes.
and you heard me
Laughing?
laughing?
It was this?
This one. It's like, who does this?
Oh, the pixie sticks, though. The memories I have of pixie sticks.
Ugh.
Ugh. It's in the produce department, everyone.
Yep.
It says produce department. I am pretty sure pixie sticks are not a fruit.
No, they're not.
I would have been a much healthier teenager if that was the case. This is what I did before energy drinks, okay? Woo!
High on sugar.
The forks at Buffalo Wild Wings. Oh my gosh, why? What be pixie stick? Dreadnought?
Basically,
It's sugar.
It's a straw full of sugar.
It is a straw full of candied sugar in different flavors. It usually stains your tongue, and it is just a shot of sugar. And kids love them.
Yep.
Kids love them from where I'm from. It's just a sugar rush in a stick, and they were cheap, and yeah. General Scott, I'm not going to read that, but yes, you can see it on the screen currently. His PSA to everyone. I also say the same about Fun Dip.
Yep. 100%. Fun Dip is the same thing.
Important. Exactly, Katie. It's a kid's first energy drink. 100%. That's what it is.
Yeah. Pixie Six, Fun Dip, same thing.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah. And it's like the way that you use it, and I'm not going to act it out because the internet exists, but basically you kind of just, you opened it and then you put it in your mouth but didn't put it on your tongue, and you just kind of downed it. Almost like a shot. Pixie stick. The forks at Buffalo Wild Wings, that is so stupid. A specific carton for a single egg.
Who buys an egg?
Who buys one egg?
And why?
Like, I get having the small ones, like the 6 ones, like the half dozen. I get that.
I get that.
Especially, like, if you're traveling. 6 eggs is good. You don't need a huge amount of them. But 1 egg.
Singular egg.
Just 1. Just 1. A presentation case for a single tube of toothpaste. It's recyclable. Forgetting that they could just not. Yeah, why do you need it in a... Why?
Why?
Why? You could have just. I mean, most toothpaste, don't they come in just like a cardboard box
Yep.
that is recyclable?
Yep. Or they don't even come in a box now. They're just
They just are.
as is.
This
And
is
then
dumb.
There's a seal on it still, but
Jackie. I can't read these comments, guys, because of the algorithm, and they're gonna think we're talking about something else. But you guys are hilarious. Oh my gosh. Just ridiculous. So ridiculous. Eat your food. Don't inhale. Yeah, Carbonite said the package needs a package, Kim, for its ego. Look beside all those other products. Don't hurt its feelings. No.
no.
Nutrisystem pizza. Nutrisystem garlic cheese flatbread. Lunch. That's not very big.
Nope.
And it does look like deceptively it would be larger in the box.
Yep. That does not look like.
That doesn't look like good either.
No, it doesn't look good. It doesn't match the picture on the box.
Has anyone had Nutrisystem garlic cheese flatbread? Because I kind of feel like this is garlic bread. This is Nutrisystem garlic bread.
Yep.
What do we think? Have we tried it? Yeah, new Pop-Tart. Exactly, King Pop. Gosh.
But like, it looks like there's green onions or something on top of the one on the picture.
Yeah.
There's nothing green on top of
Maybe
that.
you're supposed to add it, or it's in like another little container, like that's inside it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
My thing was too, when I heard Nutrisystem, all I could think of was Nutriboom from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And that's where my brain went the whole time.
I'm sorry, General Scott. I bet the box tastes better.
Yep.
Ooh. Carbonized Nutrisystem. Starve. Awesome marketing.
Yeah. Like, this doesn't seem healthy.
Oh, gosh. Linda, you've had it? A woman made it for Adam and I at a job. It's kind of jazzed up cardboard. Ugh. Ugh. Ordered 2 knives from Crate and Barrel. Okay.
It's like a normal butter knife.
I mean, I guess maybe it does have to be individually packaged. It looks like that plastic is recyclable. So that's good. But choice. That was a choice. Oh. Okay. Can't be too careful.
I love this one the other way. Protect the paper towel.
Protect the paper towels. It's like a perfect fit in the box.
Yep.
That's crazy. That's fun. That's fun.
Protected.
And there we go. There's the What the What for today. Thank you, Producer Sister. Can I get some love in the chat for Producer Sister for putting that together for us? That was awesome. That was awesome. I think we learned a lot about each other today, especially in the chat.
Yep.
Of things that people have inhaled.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Lena just said she came outside with it and told us it's her diet pizza and we ate it out of respect. She wanted to give us a tip for doing a job. That's a tip.
Oof.
Have some cardboard.
Enjoy.
Olay. Sorry. So stupid. So stupid. Well, you guys, it's been a show. It has been a show. And thank you guys so much for being here. It's been a lot. So I think we got a few more minutes. Producer Sister, do you know what's going on for us with the fam tonight? I don't want to hold anybody up if we take a few minutes here.
No, we're okay.
We're okay? Okay. So I can probably stay for another 15 minutes or so. So if you guys have questions, you want to say anything, let me know. Let me know what you guys think. I am going to ask... Scott! Goat sausage! Return to the goat sausage. Stop. not have time to get into that lore. Oh my gosh. Love you,
Nope.
Steph. Goat sausage. Oh, that is ridiculous. Yeah, we got 15 minutes, so now is a great opportunity. If you want to make a comment, if you want to send in any last minute support, like General Scott just did with goat sausage, go for it. I think we're at 17 memberships.
Yes.
That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. Dreadnought just said, ItsKim, how many slides make a good what the what? That depends on the content. Completely depends on the content. Okay, let me see. Tread Lightly just said, my husband and I used to order nappies through Amazon, and there was an option to get the nappy box put inside another big box for delivery. I mean, I think sometimes putting a box in another box makes sense, especially around Christmas time.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like, if I can just do the original manufacturer's packaging a lot of the time, I'm good with that.
Yeah. It's just, Christmas is the big one where I'm like, no, you need to put it in another box.
Carbonized, do it for Dan. Thank you very much.
Speaking of that.
Oh, yes.
I wanted to ask you guys something.
Yes, I'll let you have the floor for a moment, producer sister.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, leave a comment. Let us know. There have been, not in Do It for Dan, but a few of the other sagas we have read previously have had some updates over the last little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Two, actually. I don't know how to present them to you guys if you want to hear the updates. And the other thing is, they were from a while ago. I know we have a lot of new people.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, do we do like a special episode kind of thing or whatnot, where we just read through it? Because like some of them are long.
Yeah.
The actual story before the update. So
I think I want to say though, guys, it's not Do It for Dan, and it's not Cruise Control. To be clear, those are two that have been very, very popular here. And the thing is, normally I would be like, hey, let's do a members only. And I want to be very clear. I'm not saying this to tell anybody to do anything. It's just, it is what it is, and it's the time of year. People don't have as many memberships right now because of A, cost of living, and B, holidays and everything else. So like membership is still good, but it's not as high as it normally is. And when it's higher, I'm more inclined to do members only streams because we can include more people. So it's like at that point, then I would say we probably should do a public stream, which I'm totally fine with doing. It would be an extra.
And then we could members only and after.
Depending. Yeah, potentially. Yeah. Because I don't know if it would have the same appeal. And that's always my concern. Like I don't want to shoot myself in the foot, essentially. Go. Oh, Denny, thank you so much. Denny sent me a PayPal also with the link of it looks like the gift of nothing. Mm-hmm. And it's the Canadian link. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. I appreciate that. I will take a look at that because that actually that could be very helpful in my life. I'm not even kidding. Not even kidding.
The ones I am specifically have seen updates for is Coddle Mom with Frou Frou.
Yes, Frou
the
Frou.
Puppy. That's one. And then the other one is the guy who moved out of the way when his nieces and nephews tried to push him in the pool, which then
led to the cell phone being in the pool, right?
Yeah, led to the cell phone being in the pool, and then
we found out the siblings were like stealing his house.
They were stealing their cottage and renting it out and keeping the money and all that. So those two have updates.
And that's the thing is that we'd have to do like a recap.
And like they're long.
They are. They're very long. Just wild what the what's from the past. And they're some of my favorites, honestly. Oh my goodness. Okay, hang on one second. There's been some stuff that's come in that I need to say thank you for.
Yes.
So give me 1 minute. Thank you so much to King Bob that sent in the farting doggy. So appreciated. Thank you very, very much. And then Jackie Swan gifted 5 memberships. That's so kind of you. Thank you guys so much. That brings us to 22 memberships.
Yeah, it was 5 there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got Reddit open.
I know. It's fine.
Yeah. Yes, 22.
Okay. Claire JP said, I don't have a join button on this channel. What can I do? I'm wondering if it might be that you're on an Apple device. I've heard there have been some issues with Apple devices and signing up for membership, which is very frustrating. I know some people, if they go on their personal computer or they go on their tablet, sometimes that works, but it's like if they're on their iPhone, it won't. I'm not quite sure why. But yeah,
it's across the board. It's not just you for that.
No, it's not just a you. And now we're back to Team Odd. Thank you, General Scott. For the record, you're on our special edition What the What Wednesday. Maybe. That could be fun. It's just I don't want to miss out on the pop culture news and everything else because I know a lot of people come for that, but I know a lot of you guys come for the What the What too. Okay, Kayla Walker said, I'll take either. I don't think I was here for Frou Frou or the pool one. Yeah, they're both pretty wild. They're both pretty nuts.
Like, those ones were multi-day.
Yeah, they were
They
huge.
were not one day What the Whats.
And if I remember correctly, like the one with the pool and the phone, that was a absolute, like, it just kept getting more and more wild.
Yeah.
And I could not stop laughing. And it was very much a tale of people being very entitled to things that they're not entitled to.
And then getting caught red-handed.
And it was basically the definition of F around and find out.
Yeah.
F around and find out. And they found out. And I'm assuming they continued to find out.
Yeah.
So that's, a little bit of catharsis there, I think. And then the one with Frou Frou. Frou Frou is the light spot. And what truly is one of the most insane stories I've ever heard. At points that is just... At one point, we did have to give like a trigger warning because it was very disturbing. But at the same time, it is also a story of somebody having something happen to them that never should have happened. They didn't deserve it. And then getting justice.
Mm-hmm.
And having good people surrounding them. So it was kind of one of those stories. Normally, we try to keep it really, really funny. And parts of it were hilarious. But parts of it were also dark.
And honestly, the only reason I ultimately decided to do it was Frou Frou.
Yeah.
Because there is a portion of that story that is very dark and very scary. And Frou Frou is the hero.
Frou Frou is the MVP.
And you knew what was coming in one part.
Yeah.
That was truly terrifying. But the second you heard that Frou Frou was there, you knew
everything was going to be okay.
It was going to be okay. And we could read it without...
To put it... What kind of dog was Frou Frou? I know, because people that don't know the
gosh.
story, they're probably assuming Frou Frou's like a little tiny poodle puppy.
Frou Frou was a big dog.
Frou Frou was a big security dog.
Yeah.
And Frou Frou saved the day. And it was so great. It was so great. Oh. Was it Average Supreme said, ItsKim, the Reddit story, the woman getting scammed over several hours, the phone was scary. I don't remember that. Or is that just like a new story? I see a lot of stories on Reddit. Did you guys see the thing about Brad Pitt?
No.
Okay, apparently there was a woman who fell for a romance scam, which we've talked about on this channel. It actually was the first stream I ever did. I talked about the Johnny Depp romance scams and how out of control they were getting. Basically this woman thought that she was in a relationship with Brad Pitt, and he kept sending her AI pictures. And she sent him, I think I saw over $800,000.
What?
She sent Brad Pitt, in quotations. And she got it because she had been recently divorced from her husband, I believe, over Brad Pitt.
That's crazy.
Uh-huh. Bonkers. Cane Corso.
Yes.
Frou Frou was a cane corso. Big dog. Big dog. It was really funny. Vicky, my goodness, thank you so much. Just gifted 10 memberships. That's incredibly generous of you. You guys are spoiling me today. Thank you so much. That's wonderful. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, Silky, I vote for Puppy. Frou Frou. Yeah, it's exactly Mel A. One of the things that we learned, and I learned and I shared with you guys as we went through the Johnny Depp romance scams, is the way that some of these scams work. They specifically weaponize your psychology to kind of delay or disable almost your logical reasoning. And so people get to a point where they honestly feel so in love they can't accept that they have been scammed. So they just double down. It's really really sad. But yes, it was she gave the like $800,000 to the scammer. And so that story's kind of gone a bit viral, and yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's actually one of the reasons what we've seen stuff like that, why I've done What the Wuts that talk about some of that stuff,
Yeah.
and talk about other scams and what AI is capable of, and just trying to look at things with a discerning eye, because so many people are tricked, and they're not all people who you would stereotypically think are the victims of these things. Some of them are very smart, intelligent people who got wrapped up in something, and just trying to bring that education to people of what to look for and how to be more alert and all that, because it is really scary what some of them will do and what they're capable of to make it look real.
Yeah. But I mean, I think it's safe to say, like Carbonite just said, because Angelina sucked his accounts dry, maybe that's what they said. Celebs are not going to ask you for money.
No.
They won't. They just won't. And especially when it gets to a point where they're asking you to do things that involve like gift cards and putting stuff in the mail and things like that, it's not that. And honestly, I think the best thing that I can say, and I've done on a number of occasions, is if you get a message that looks like it's like potentially real from like a bank or credit card or whatever, don't respond within the email, or don't, press 0 to talk to an agent on the phone when they call you. Hang up. Go in on the website yourself, like go on your device, look up the company, get the official number, call them.
Yeah.
Call them and say, hey, I am this person. Verify your identity with them, those types of things, and then double check that they have not contacted you, because if they have contacted you, there will be a record on your file.
Yep.
And then you go from there. And then if you haven't, then essentially you have reported a scam, which then they can look into and potentially help other people. So that's a whole thing. Vicky A said, sorry, I've been MIA since my boss was let go. I've been doing 2 to 3 jobs, but I got a promotion. Congratulations. Thank you so much for your generosity. That's very kind of you. And Ryan Appleton just came in. What's cracking, Kim? It's been a while. Not my best ending of 2024. I'm sorry. But hey, 2025 is a new year, new starts. Yep, I hope everything will go better. It's been quite an interesting beginning of 2025. I don't like it. I do not like it. And Lita just said, ItsKim, if a celeb is asking for money, it's in the form of a product. Stream my music, never for a gift card, 100%. And that was my thing. I'm like, Johnny Depp does not need you to send him thousands of dollars worth of Apple gift cards. He doesn't.
Nope.
Nor does Brad Pitt. Like, it's just no. No. And smart people get scammed. It sucks. It really does, but it's just really, really frustrating. Producer Sister.
Yeah.
Have I asked for an updated membership thing after
33?
33. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Vicky. And everybody, and General Scott, and King Bob, and all of the people who get, I think you keep a list, don't you?
Yeah.
Who
Scott,
has?
you, King Bob, Deanie joined, Jackie, and Vicky.
Thank you guys so much.
I said General Scott, right?
Yeah. And I know Carbonite sent in the super chat. That was funny. You guys have all just been so good today. Thank you very, very much. Doro said, I think they also target people that are in a vulnerable time in their lives. Absolutely. It just sucks. People are awful to each other. Yeah, it's 33rd. Thank you, Katie. 33rd. You guys are wonderful. Team Odd rules, yeah. King Bob, stop. I don't. I don't even. I can't. Dreadnought. ItsKim. I redirected a Qatari businessman who wanted to give me £500 million to a better bet. Oh my goodness. Oh, Oh, Appleton, yeah. Kim, you have Janet's control in the back. God bless you. We went to see Janet
We did.
last year. We got the privilege of getting to go. Producer sister surprised me, and we saw her in Toronto. It was a good show.
Yeah.
It was a good show. I was surprised. Like, I didn't think the crowd was that great.
No.
She didn't deserve that. She performed very, very well. And the only thing was Nelly opened.
That was awkward.
And I mean, no shade to anybody who likes Nelly. I've never been a big Nelly fan. But it was, honestly, if I took a shot for every time Nelly said, to all of you that have been rolling with Nelly since the beginning, I would be dead. Like, it was like every 2 minutes he's going, all y'all that have been rolling with me since the beginning. And it's like, okay, a lot of us are here to see Janet, not you.
It was very much the energy that he was the headliner, not the opener.
Oh.
Because normally at a show like that, the openers are like hyping up the headliner.
Yes.
That's the norm. But he was very much acting like it was him, and we were all there to see him, and I'm like,
I will say, I remember when we saw Britney on the circus tour, the Pussycat Dolls were like, when they opened, they just said, we know you guys are here to see Britney, but we hope we can entertain you for a little bit before she comes on. Let's go. And they're like, they were excited for Britney, and it's like, yeah, let's, humble. Nelly was not.
Yeah.
And I mean, he performed well. It was entertaining. Okay, good. But it just was like, it just kept happening every few minutes. Like, all y'all have been rolling with me since the beginning. I'm like, stop it. Please stop. Please stop.
I have not been here since the beginning.
I have not. I have not. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Oh, Denny Rose says, after my mom passed away, my grandma stayed with me, and I'm so happy I was able to protect her from scammers. Yep. It's so scary. It's so scary. Oh my goodness, Dreadnought. It was in the guy that you emailed back saying in 2022, I replied to him saying, thank you for the most generous offer. Unfortunately, I don't need the funds, but you might try Chelsea FC who need a new owner right now. That's good. That's good. Oh my goodness. Aw. Oh, welcome True Crime Katie. You got a membership. True Crime Kate. True Crime Kate. I can't talk. I've been streaming a lot this week and my mouth is bleh. Oh, General Scott. Yeah, it's Nelly. The early 2000s. It's getting hot in here. They played low for like 30 seconds and they turned it off. And I was like, no! I have this thing that I'm like, I'm sorry. I think the unofficial national anthem for millennials is low. Hands down. Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. It's a call. It's, you know what I mean? Like, it's a thing.
It's a full call and response.
Yes. And I every dance floor I've ever been on, every wedding I've ever been to, as soon as Low comes on, everyone is out. Everybody. And then I felt like that was cemented, not last Christmas, but the Christmas before. I found out that, or I found somebody took apple bottom jeans and mixed, I think it was There I Ruined It, and put it with Little Drummer Boy, and then had like a Frank Sinatra, Perry Como type voice, going, apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. And it became like this whole trend where people put it on and like they had videos of them like decorating their tree. And the whole club was looking at her. Oh gosh, are we buffering?
Mine hasn't.
No, please tell me we're not. Please tell me we're not. I'm not seeing any dropped frames.
I haven't had anything.
I'm crying. Please no. Okay. I'm so sorry, King Paw. But yeah, so it was like the Christmas Little Drummer Boy Low, and I'm like, that to me just cemented how iconic this song is, and I make no apologies. I make no apologies. None. Ugh. Okay, good. Yeah, exactly, Carbonized. I remember that. It was so great. I was sharing it constantly because I just kept seeing all these different, all these different versions of it. I'm like, this is everything. This is everything. Ugh. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Okay. Well, we have gone for those 15 minutes. You guys have spoiled me. Thank you very, very much for your support, as always. It means a lot to me. I will ask you guys, when the stream is done, please consider reloading the page and leaving a comment. I will try to talk to you guys. Helps out a lot with the algorithm, and right now the algorithm is mad at me because I took time off for Christmas when I was sick. So they've kind of been punishing me a bit, so those comments really help. So yes, if you'd be willing to leave an offering for the algorithm gods, I would very much appreciate it. And, I'll be in there as well. So I'm going to roll the outro. You guys are amazing. Much love to all of you. Thank you so much. And we'll figure out what we're going to do with the What the What stuff.
If you have any suggestions, put them in the comments.
Yeah, that's a great thing. Let me know what you think. If you don't have any suggestions about that, let me know what you want to hear me talk about. Or if you have a favorite Britney outfit, let me know. Any of those types of things. Let's have a good time. So I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys so much. Producer Sister, do you want to say anything else?
Thank you guys for coming.
Okay. All right. Much love, everybody. Let's roll the outro. Bye, guys.